Nasarawa State. Several persons feared dead and properties worth millions destroyed. Update on Kaduna-Abuja rail incident. Authorities debunk speculations of terrorism attack. Curbing killings, banditry and other criminal activities. Federal government holds special town hall meeting in Zamfara State. These and more on Panorama today from the Lagos Network Center. I am Hingino John Adams. Don't go away. Thanks for being there. An unspecified number of people are reported to have lost their lives, while many others suffered injuries following a gas explosion at a fuel station in Lafia, the Nasarawa state capital, Monday morning. Justin Chuba reports that the incident occurred along Akwanga Makurdi Road of the metropolis, which resulted in a huge fire that also destroyed properties.
Findings show the explosion is traced to a cylinder left leaking for many days.
I just came to the front to see what happened. About coming, that I heard the sound of the fire. Boom!
I saw about 7 casualties that were removed. We were trying to ascertain sort of layers with other stakeholders to get the accurate figure of what was involved on human life and people that are injured.
It was daunting for fire servicemen to bring the situation under control. Among the dead is 2-year-old, as 40 injured are receiving treatment at the State Premier Health Center. A breakdown of property loss includes 9 cars, 2 tricycles and 4 motorcycles. Meanwhile, the Deputy Governor of Nasarawa State, Silas Agara, visited the accident scene and the injured.
We need to save the lives of our people first, then later come back to the nitty-gritty of who needs to do what has been done.
In Lafia, Joshua Kibu, NT.
Authorities of the Nigerian Railway Corporation says Sunday's passenger train accident along Kaduna-Abuja Road that killed more than 50 cows has not disrupted scheduled operations. Maidama Adam has the update.
Occurred in the morning hours of Sunday when the herdsmen and their cattle on transit to Katsina State attempted crossing the rail line. Authorities of the Nigerian Railway Corporation who confirmed the incident said the cattle were crossing at a cap point of the rail line, which made the driver unable to sight them for a safety distance.
The federal government are fencing the track starting from Edo Station up to this end.
Both the train and its passengers have reached their destination in good condition of health, while the Kaduna State Police Commissioner, who led a high-powered police delegation to the accident scene, has alleged fears of terror and sabotage dimensions attributed to the accident. Meanwhile, some passengers spoken to on arrival from Abuja Monday afternoon described their trip as age-free and comfortable.
Well, I traveled in the morning around 10, yes, and I'm back. So you can see how fast and safe this place is.
It was okay, very comfortable on time. Yes, I enjoyed the trip.
The NRC, according to officials, will enhance its interface with communities along the rail line on safety measures, pending the completion of the ongoing construction of barriers to the rail track. In Kaduna, Maidama Adamu, NTA.
Nigeria is to begin a comprehensive conduct of technology needs assessment for climate change. This is after a workshop to help climate change stakeholders in the country that will assist to enhance the capacity of Nigeria in adopting environmental sustainable technologies. Justin Bem Omi reports that the effort is in collaboration between the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology and the environment.
Climate change is now among the most daunting environmental issues affecting the globe. In Nigeria today, the devastating impact of climate change is already being felt from a range of indicators like drought, desertification, soil erosion, rising sea levels, and resulting farmers-herders conflicts across the country. Now, the federal government wants an understanding of the climate technology needs as a start point for effective action on climate change.
Climate change is not something that we should be afraid of. We must confront it. We must utilize our knowledge. We must use science, technology, and innovation to ameliorate it and even convert it into creating opportunities for both economic and social development.
Development partners have expressed readiness to support the drive.
The New Country program has a huge room and capacity to support climate change management in Nigeria.
Technology needs assessment processes in Nigeria in this workshop becomes quite very crucial to be able to drive transformational change for people and planet.
The Inception workshop also marks the formal inauguration of the Technology Needs Assessment National Team, which will perform the oversight function of successfully putting in place the country's Technology Needs Assessment Report for eventual implementation. In Abuja, Justin Bemuni, NTN.
In line with President Muhammadu Buhari administration's drive towards the diversification of the Nigerian economy, standardization and quality assurance of products and services are said to be critical. The Director, Standards Development Standards Organization of Nigeria, is at a press. Nenrod Nina Musa reports.
The over 500 standards approved in industry and commerce within Nigeria by the Standards Organization of Nigeria cuts across the agro-allied sector, manufacturing and processing, African traditional medicine, human resource, management, and tourism, among others. Director, Standards Development of the organization, Chinyere Egwonu, told pressmen that the Governing Council of the SON has recently approved another set of 339 standards for use in Nigeria.
Highlights of the newly approved Nigerian industrial standards include those on anti-bribery management, systems, and good governance, African traditional medicine, human resource management, tourism and hotel management, as well as agricultural produce, to mention but a few. The standards for agricultural produce were developed to put an end to the reject of exportable Nigerian farm produce at the global market and in support of the federal government's economic diversification agenda.
She added that among the newly approved Nigerian industrial standards are standards for dry beans, as well as the codes of practice for planting, harvesting, storage, transportation, and packaging. Given consideration to the testing capacity and international accreditation of SON laboratories, due assurance for food security, its exportation and foreign exchange earnings cannot be overemphasized.
We have been granting between 50% concession to MSMEs on purchase of standards, products, registration fees, and waivers on importation of raw materials and machineries. We are determined to do even a lot more to support the rapid growth and development of MSMEs in the country.
Stakeholders have been charged to leverage on the existing technical capacity available in the Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON, for the growth and sustainability of their endeavors, thereby reducing the influx of substandard and fake products. In Lagos, Nerot Nina Musa, NTA News.
Health practitioners are being updated on the modern and cost-effective techniques in diabetic food treatment. This is at the 4th Pan-African Diabetic Food Study Group Conference in Abuja. Chimdima Ndubisi has the report.
Is a non-communicable disease described as a silent killer by experts, has about 5 million Nigerians suffering from it.
Aging is even a risk factor for diabetes. Urbanization, diet, physical inactivity.
If you have a family history and you are overweight, then the risk factors of getting diabetes becomes more.
When undiagnosed, misdiagnosed, or poorly managed, complications such as renal failure, blindness, and heart diseases set in. Of concern to this group of specialists from 16 countries across the globe is the diabetic foot wound or ulcer. Health experts say Every minute, 3 diabetic patients with foot wound or ulcer are amputated. This enlightenment, therefore, is on current cost-effective trends in caring for diabetic foot, especially for poor income earners.
A lot of simple dressings like rolled foam, wrapped up in adhesive and then bandaged on. Then we can use adhesive felt, which we can put inside shoes.
Proper cleaning of the wound needs to be done. Proper ways to reduce pressure on the wound. So that can be done without much expensive things. Even crutches can be used.
They should be educated on how to care for their feet, to wear proper shoes that are their correct sizes, to always go around with footwear.
Nigeria's health minister unfolds new treatment policy.
We will, in fact, make sure that we go beyond checking for diabetes at teaching hospital. We want to mainstream it at primary care level.
The key message to the public here is regular check of sugar level and imbibing healthy lifestyle. In Abuja, Chimdema Ndubisi, NTA News.
You're still watching Panorama from the Lagos Network Center. More stories after this break. Stay with us.
Hear the call of change. Stand up, Nigeria. Change is here and it's going to stay. Change begins with you. Oh yeah, make we go. So let the change begin from within. Look at your eye, okay, ruler. Change begins with you and me. Change begins with me. Change begins with me. Change begins with me.
Slavery is an evil practice abolished all over the world over 200 years ago. But today, human traffickers are selling human beings as slaves in Africa. It is your responsibility to make sure that you and the people you know do not fall into slavery. Don't believe fake promises of jobs abroad.
People went to say Libya, Italy. Italy no use you when they carry me on top water. 4 days now they lock me for inside house, no food, no water. I nearly die. Now God, when me heaven and earth, now save me. If you get 1 naira for Nigeria, you get junior one, you say you don't get papa, you don't get mama, that make you come out. I beg go they do farm work. You better pass person when enter road.
Don't accept to travel to Europe through the Sahara Desert. You may be walking into slavery. Don't be a slave.
This is a public service announcement brought to you by
Thanks for being there. Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, has attributed success recorded in Zamfara State in curbing armed banditry, cattle rustling, and other criminal activities to the collaboration among the security agencies in the country. The minister was speaking at a special town hall meeting on the federal government measures to curb killings held in Zamfara State. He called on security agencies to sustain the tempo and enjoined Nigerians to provide useful information to relevant authorities so as to win the war against banditry and terrorism in the country.
The killings that we have witnessed in the country have nothing to do with ethnicity or religion. We are dealing with the fallout of demography, environment, climate change, and pure criminality, and the neglect of several years of banditry.
Dr. Abubakar Mohammed, in his paper titled Real Interpretation and Farmer Herders Crisis, called on stakeholders to look beyond manipulations and strive for development rather than bias or sectional issues. As part of activities marking this year's International Literacy Day celebration, the Department of Adult Education, University of Lagos, is empowering women with life skills and knowledge towards ending the rape scourge. Dr. Ogunyemi reports that the theme for the Literacy Day seminar is defense culture against rape of women and girls.
According to UNESCO, about 774 million adults lack minimum literacy skills. The International Literacy Day is therefore a reminder of the importance of literacy to socio-economic development. This seminar, organized by the Department of Adult Education under the Faculty of Education in the University of Lagos, decided to expose women, young girls, and their male counterparts to life skills and knowledge towards making them more productive and encouraging them with self-defense techniques against rape.
Topic for today is defense culture against the rape of women. And rape is a subject that is not talked about much in the society. It's as if almost we have a culture of silence concerning the topic.
And the reason we've taken it up is because we've seen how this affects these young ladies emotionally. They are not able to fit in after being raped. Now, we don't want the culture of what do we do after you have been raped. We want to empower young ladies and even their male counterparts.
Speakers at the event shared tips like carrying a whistle, having pepper spray, not going alone to a man's house, and some martial arts techniques. Some of the participants say there needs to be more awareness and literacy to discourage the alarming trend of rape.
Some of us don't think of, okay, how can I defend myself from rape? What is rape? Some even don't know those signals to know when rape is coming.
When you educate people about the consequence of rape, it will even prevent them from actually engaging in such acts than punishing them when they actually engage in such acts.
The global theme for the International Literacy Day, celebrated on the 8th of September, was literacy and skill development. In Lagos, Dr. Ogunyemi, NTA News.
Meanwhile, a group promoting the cause of widows is canvassing for the establishment of scholarship scheme and skill acquisition centers as catalysts to increasing the nation's literacy rate. Michael Olale reports that the virtuous widows took a walk around strategic locations in Lagos to commemorate International Literacy Day.
Records from the National Bureau of Statistics revealed that Nigeria has an average literacy rate of over 40%, with 17.5 million of this figure either orphans or vulnerable children. In ensuring that this set of children, especially children of widows, realize their dreams, 56-years-old Ifeinwa Egboshwiba has been canvassing for better education for them since she lost her husband in 2007.
We need more good teachers in the school so that we too can be carried along. We need good education in Nigeria, more than food even.
With this year's Literacy Day coinciding with school resumption, only these women know where the shoe pinched.
We no get money, we no get helper. Our husband, the family, that don't collect what belong to us. So we no fit, we don't leave our children for us. We no fit carry wetin papa and mama go carry. The load they heavy for us.
As a mother who's now acting as a father, you know it's not easy. Because I have to go extra mile to make sure that I provide for these children.
They are advocating for conducive learning environment and favorable policy to support their cause.
The government should come in and help these widows in the area of skill development and also scholarship for their children.
The theme for this year's Literacy Day, Literacy and Skills Development, is encouraging individuals to acquire learning skills as tool for sustainable economic growth. In Lagos, Michael Olaleye, NT News.
The Federal Road Safety Corps has given driving school operators in the country 60 days ultimatum to adopt its new standardization program or risk sanctions. At an interactive session in Lagos, The core marshal of the commission, Oboye Oyeyemi, said fraudulent driving schools will be handed over to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission for prosecution. Michael Olale has details.
Statutorily, a driving school with one vehicle is expected to train not more than 8 people monthly, while an applicant can only be qualified for certificate after undergoing 26 sessions. These and other processes are flawed, as many driving schools circumvent the process and create unqualified drivers. No wonder the National Bureau of Statistics revealed that dangerous driving accounts for 8.42% of crashes recorded in the first quarter of the year.
If the driving schools continues to enroll applicants without training them, it's a disservice to this country. You hack into the portal and you claim you have 20 vehicles, 20 times 8. How do you want to convince me that you can train 160 people in a month? That is fraud.
The Commission has already designed a strategic program of action which incorporates computer-based testing for prospective Nigerians willing to obtain a driving license.
Anybody that will be caught from now on with a fake driver license or drivers that will check the data and does not complete the module, we will hold the driving school responsible.
Stakeholders act on adherence to uniformity.
Let them know that it is not possible to do 3 things or any other thing while driving. Full concentration.
The Federal Road Safety Corps says the structural and operational adjustment to the process of training drivers will provide a safe motoring community. In Lagos, Michael Olaleye, NT News.
Now, sports update with Ayodeji Makinde.
Basking in the euphoria of their 3-0 victory over Seychelles in the 2019 AFCON qualifiers in Victoria over the weekend, the Super Eagles will on Tuesday engage the Liberian national team in an international friendly